Platz.
Oh,
How's
hey.
it going?
Quite well.
Thanks
keeping it creative in the studio, working on something I can't really talk about at the moment, but there are a lot of fun sounds in this thing that I'd be happy to show you.
Cool. I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, well, I can't really talk about what feature film this is for, but suffice to say, water is involved. So I actually made this synth based on a recording of a water bottle getting filled up.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for agreeing to give us a tour of the studio today.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah,
Are you
would you...
cool answering a few questions?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll start easy. What is your favorite color?
Ooh, that is an easy one. I'm going to go with blue. I know it's classic, but I'm not going to go with a normal blue. I'm going to go with more of a teal blue, little sea foam.
I like it. What's your favorite time of day?
High noon, that's when all the action is.
That's true. If you were a fruit, what kind of fruit would you be?
Oh, that is actually easy. The unsung hero of the fruit family, the avocado.
Legendary.
Always there for me in my time of need.
And is there anything else you can tell us about what you're working on, or is it all as top secret?
I can't tell you what I'm working on, but I could show you a couple more fun sounds I got in here. One of my favorite things to do in this space is to create my own samples and then turn them into synths so that it's a very unique original sound. And one of the things we've made here I call Ice. It's a false harmonic on the viola. And it sounds like this, which by itself, a little harsh, but in the mix, kind of nice.
Nice. Cool. Can we go see the piano room?
Absolutely. I love the piano room. The grand piano in here is actually my childhood piano I grew up playing on, so
Wow.
a lot of good memories.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
So I have a question. If you could only play one instrument for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, and I'm touching the piano when I'm about to betray it because the answer would have to be drums. I love being a multi-instrumentalist. I love playing a lot of different instruments, but if I really could only do one, I'd stick with probably my best one.
Nice. So what would you say is your biggest strength?
My biggest strength, I think, is my knowledge of non-functional harmony chords. It's something Charles Ives used a lot. Bernard Herrmann, one of my favorite film composers, also uses it a lot. And there's just something really jarring about it. And I think it's an underutilized tool.
Cool. What would you say is your biggest weakness?
That's easy. Clowns. I just crumble before them.
Nice. If I had to ask you sweet or savory, what would you pick?
Easy. Savory.
Amazing. Favorite sport?
Favorite sport to watch would be basketball. I love how fast it is, and it reminds me kind of musicians interacting with each other on a bandstand with quick decision making and teamwork. But if we're talking about playing, I'm a terrible basketball player, so I would say ultimate frisbee.
Nice.
I can throw a hammer.
Shall we go check out the guitars?
Absolutely.
So, what are 3 things you couldn't live without?
3 things I could not live without. The first would be pizza. I'm not quite as codependent with pizza as your average Ninja Turtle, but it's still, I would still be nothing without it. My second thing would be my beautiful little kitty cats. And the third thing I could not live without is definitely late 60s jazz.
Nice. How long have you played guitar?
Ooh. I started messing around with the guitar in the 5th or 6th grade, but I already had a background in violin at that point, so I was pretty familiar with some of the concepts.
Nice. What advice would you give your younger self?
I'm holding a guitar as I say this, but I started on piano when I was younger, and I moved on to violin and then drums and a lot of other instruments, and I'm very grateful for that path. But if I had known I was going to be doing composing, I would have stuck with piano a little longer. I wish I was better at sight reading on the piano. I respect people who can do that very much.
What project are you working on next?
So I have this top secret feature film I'm doing right now. But aside from that, I did just finish scoring a short film about a Santa Claus applying for a job at Hot Topic.
That
It's called
sounds exciting.
Seasonal Work. And you can see it at, hopefully, film festivals near where you live.
Very merry. How about we move on to the next instrument?
Absolutely. Goodbye, Res Guitar.
What has been one of the favorite movies you've watched in the past 5 years?
I really enjoyed Tenet. I am a real sucker for time travel. I grew up watching Back to the Future, and the music in Tenet must have been so much fun to write because you get to play with forwards and backwards stuff. And when the backwards car chase scene happened, I think I was like, this is so much fun. I just thought it was a lot of fun.
Nice. What is your least favorite instrument?
Oh, that is easy. It's the flute. I have a woodwind playing friend who taught me how to, blow the note on a bottle and told me it was the same embouchure, but every time I actually try to play a flute, it just makes a fool out of me. I can't do it. But I have this panpipe my brother gave me for Christmas, and it's got harmonica reeds in it. So also it's polyphonic. I can play a bunch of notes on this thing. So. And you can activate the notes when you breathe in, so you can never stop rocking,
Awesome. What has been your biggest learning experience?
Biggest learning experience I had was probably when I had the pleasure of getting booed off of the Apollo stage. I knew that was going to be awesome, but it was one of my favorite experiences of my life, and the look of horror on the other musicians' faces when we had just gotten booed off the stage and we were all laughing and smiling. I'll never forget that look, like we were a bunch of crazy people. And I guess we were. But you know what? It was fun. Speaking of getting booed off the Apollo stage, this is the largest gong that Zildjian will make. And I like to utilize this in the studio as much as I can, like now.
Nice.
It will never stop.
What's your favorite food?
I know I said pizza before, but I'm gonna go with tacos, the versatility, the multi-textures. I just love a chicken taco.
Oh, a chicken taco. Excellent choice. So what's a cause that's really important to you?
I am a board member of an organization called Culture City, which is all about individuals with invisible disabilities and sensory inclusion for public events. So making sure that no one's left out for a concert or a game of basketball.
Nice. What are 3 words you'd use to describe living in Vegas?
Ooh. The easy answer would be hot, 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 because it is quite hot here today. But if I'm gonna really step back and give Vegas, some of the depth that it deserves, I'm gonna say delicious, because the food here is incredible and we have so much of it. Also, most Michelin stars of any city in the world, just saying. Let's see, second word, bright, because at night the strip is extremely bright, the bright lights hit. And the third one is gonna be whimsy, because, you just might have a whimsical time.
Nice.
Also, I like the sound of the word whimsy.
Whimsy is a
good
great
word.
What is a song that you've been listening to on repeat?
I love the band of Montreal, and their song Groenlandic Edit I have been playing on repeat for the last few weeks. So I'm gonna go with Groenlandic Edit.
Nice.
I should probably get away from the drum because I'm just gonna start playing these. Like you said.
Well, that leads us to our next question is, when do you feel most inspired?
I feel most inspired when I see somebody else, create something and with a lot of passion. Seeing somebody work really passionately on a vision of theirs has always inspired me and made me feel a little less afraid to take that risk and try to create something.
Nice.
I want to get in on the fun.
I love that. What's your favorite vacation spot?
My favorite vacation spot would have to be Brooklyn. When I get a nice weekend and I can go get to enjoy all the food. I specifically like going to Prospect Park, walking around. And I don't know why, but I just feel like when I see people walking their dogs there, the dogs are just happier than other dogs.
I love that. Speaking of cute pets, what's the cutest thing that your cats do?
Okay, they have started doing something very cute. One of them has always not really been able to meow. She squeaks. She points her head at the sky like a werewolf, but she squeaks. And then she plops down and shows her belly to the world. And the other cat is now trying to do it, to imitate it. And that is now the cutest thing they're doing.
That sounds very cute. And a few more questions.
Yeah.
Who are your top 3 favorite composers?
Shostakovich is one of my favorite composers of all time. I love how wacky he is at times and how serious he is at other times. His use of harmony and he gets very experimental, but there's always a melody over it, and I love Shostakovich. Second one, I'd probably go Bernard Herrmann. He's one of my favorite film scorers of all time, all the Hitchcock stuff. I talked about Charles Ives earlier. Bernard Herrmann's a big Charles Ives guy. And the third one, I will say Thomas Newman. Thomas Newman's Wall-E score blows me away. I love how he can do the orchestral thing, but he can also bring in a group of musicians and kind of get more of a groove-based thing going. I just love his music.
Awesome. I know you got to get back to work on the film, but our last question is, what would be your dream film to compose to?
Ooh. Okay, so there's a Jodorowsky and Mobius graphic novel just like Dune was, called The Ink Call, and it's similarly like a absolutely insane story, sci-fi stuff, outer space, interpersonal stuff, really, really interesting characters, and the story is great. And so I feel like that would be just a lot of fun to create music for.
Awesome. Well, thanks for giving us the tour, Platz.
Oh, my pleasure. I wish I could tell you more about this project, but suffice to say, I'm going to get back to making watery sounds.
Sounds good. See you, Platz.
Take care.